Okay, this is Composting 101 or Community Composting 101 at the Iberia Community Garden, and you can sort of replicate this process at home. We have different materials that we get from all over our community, and this is one of the materials we get, and it's horse manure, and we add that with other materials we get from people and restaurants and businesses across the city that come and donate that to us. And I'm just going to go down the line and show you guys what we add to our compost and how we go about doing it. So first step is we have a big pile of horse manure here that's delivered from the local stables, and we get that, and I'll just put it in my little wheelbarrow here and move that down the line next to the rest of our things. And we have also just food scraps that we pull from the community garden. You know, we have everything from just like old leaves and weeds and grass clippings that we pile up in there, and old soil from the pots that we have inside our greenhouses. We also get a nice delivery of coffee grounds, tea bags, and eggshells from all the local McDonald's restaurants in Iberia Parish. We have eggshells and coffee grounds from all the local McDonald's restaurants, and we pile that up along with the horse manure, all the food scraps and greens that we get from the garden, and some wood chips and leaves that we get from the trailer park across the street, and we layer that up all the way to the top of our compost bin here. And we stack these cinder blocks in front of them, and we let that sit for about 2 months. So the process goes like this, and you might have to do a time lapse of this, but I'll just show you guys basically what happens. So eggshells and coffee grounds go right on top, and I wish you guys could smell this right now because it smells lovely. It really doesn't, but the smell dies down eventually. So a couple scoops of that, and we'll get our trusty fork here and just spread it out into a nice layer, and then we'll add a layer of horse manure on top of that. Spread that nice and good, nice and evenly, and we'll add some of this green stuff that we pull from the greenhouses. You see that's some old leaves that's been sitting here for a while, some old greens and leaves from the garden. And we'll just repeat that process until we get all the way to the top, and let that sit for about 2 months, and we'll turn it over after a few months. And when we turn it over, we get something that looks something like this. The smell would have completely gone away, and you have something that smells very much like soil, pretty much. So, and once it gets to that point, we'll put into our nice compost sifter here, and it'll sift out the big chunks, and it has a bunch of little holes in here and a chicken wire covering, and this is a good workout. Yeah, really builds up the lats. And we'll do that until we get all those small bits sifted out. And you can see falling down at the bottom there, all that really fine compost that we can add to our raised beds. And I can feel it getting lighter, and it's a lot easier to move. what we get is this wonderful, beautiful soil and compost that we can add. It's nice that if you press it together like that and it's still clumps, but it could break apart really easily. That's when you know you have really good soil, that you can sort of squeeze it together and it holds together like that, but it breaks apart really easily, and that's good, well-draining soil.
Okay.
So we could bring this into our raised beds.
All right.
And then what we'll do, scoop that stuff up, basically, and bring it over there. And we'll add it to these raised beds. And then we'll just put some starter plants in here. And this is what we kind of wind up with at the end of the process. Beautiful vegetables, good, clean, organic compost that was made here and locally, and makes delicious salads and dishes. So that's Community Composting 101.